Hello, welcome to episode 2 of Manchester United Mastermind. Joining me, the incredible Alice Talks Football. Alice, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. Excited for Europa League. I feel like the Premier League is dead, so Europa League week ahead. It's more exciting the lead up to Europa League now, so doing good, thank you.
I am with you on that. I think we can forget the league now. It's just going to be focusing on getting some European football next season by winning the Europa League. So yeah, I'm definitely with you on that. Listen, we're doing Man United Mastermind. Are you excited? How's your knowledge?
I'm not the best at general knowledge. I feel like I said it earlier, anything recent I can sort of remember, but if you're asking me something that happened 10 years ago, I'm probably going to be like, I don't know.
Okay, well, I mean, look, the first round is general knowledge, and that's going to be the history of Man United, right? So James's first question yesterday was, when was Man United founded, which was 1878. So if you don't remember last week, 1878 might be a bit of a push. But look, we'll see how you get on, and then obviously we've got your specialist subject to come after that. So that'll be a bit of fun, I think. But before we get into that, there's been some war of words exploding through the media today between Andre Onana and Nemanja Matic. What's your take on this?
I just love it. It just makes the game more interesting on Thursday. Like, I think like Onana just made a comment like we're better than Leon on paper, which we should be, but we're probably not, to be honest. And Matic just came at him, and like, I think Matic was like really took it personal. Like it wasn't that deep what Onana said. So he just came at Onana, which was probably a bit harsh, but it adds that fuel to the fire before the game. It brings a bit of rivalry there, which I always think makes the game more interesting, because I think football these last few weeks has been a bit meh, particularly with the Premier League. So I quite like that. Onana's coming back saying at least he's won trophies at United, which is true, but Matic has won the Premier League, he's won big trophies at Chelsea, so it's probably not the best comeback, is it? But it means there's a bit of something going into the game, and I think that will make it a lot more interesting, I think, of a spectacle.
We like a bit of edge, don't we? A little bit of needle to the game. Like the Manchester City derby at the weekend, I just felt like it was KDB's testimonial.
It's so
so soft.
I mean, at least we didn't get battered. Like, I said it's the worst derby, and everyone was like, no, we've got battered in derbies before. And I meant not like that. I just said, like, in terms of entertainment, it was just boring. Like, I think for a neutral, it would have been the worst derby. For us, we've had a lot worse, but
yeah. No, I mean, we're going into this game tomorrow in a little bit of form. I think we've only lost a couple of games this year, and considering it's April, that's not too bad. What do you think our chances are?
I don't think that, like, we're bad. I just think we can't score. Like, I feel like versus Nottingham Forest, we could have easily got points out of that game. Versus Manchester City, we could have taken the 3 points. We just can't put the ball in the back of the net. And I remember saying it before Ahmad got injured. I said, Ahmad and Bruno are the only players at Man United that can put the ball in the back of the net. Rashford, if he was here, he knows how to put the ball in the back of the net as well. I said, if something happens to Ahmad or Bruno, we're in a bit of trouble. And you can see that, because I think there's been games where I think had Ahmad played versus Nottingham Forest, we'd get a point out of that. He probably scores one of the chances Garnacho had. But I don't think we're bad. I don't think we'll be rolled over. I think we should be able to beat Lyon, but it is, are we going to be wasteful in the final third? Is Garnacho going to have a chance and shoot it over? Are we going to get the ball to Højlund in good areas? I feel like Bruno's the only person in front of goal that I think is going to put the ball in the back of the net. So that's my only worry, because even versus, Real Sociedad, I felt that we could have, I think we were 2-1 up, but I think that we had so many opportunities to make it 3-1 and we wasted a lot. So I think in terms of we'll be in the game, it's just, who takes their chances. And with Europa League as well, they always give stupid penalties for no reason. So it depends if the decisions go away as well.
No, I agree. And I genuinely think that we could do an hour just on Garnacho alone in terms of wastefulness in front of goal. Or not even wastefulness in front of goal, wastefulness in the final third. His decision-making recently has left an awful lot to be desired. But yeah, it's going to come down to probably refereeing decisions and who can take the chances. Yes, I think you're probably right. Look, we'll do a little bit more on tomorrow night after the first round. But I think if you're ready, let's do Man United Mastermind, and we'll do your first general knowledge. Is that all right?
Okay.
So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to very quickly throw up the leaderboard on the screen so that we can all see it. Now, this is going to be a fun one, because I believe we have one person on the leaderboard. It's James. There he is at the top. He's the man to beat. Fancy your chances? beating 14?
I don't know how good of a score that is, really, so I don't want to say anything, but I don't think that's a really good score. I don't know if that's a bad score. I just know my general knowledge has never been my strength, so...
Okay. Well, saying that, I appreciate you putting yourself out there and coming on and kind of being quizzed live on the internet. So, without further ado, I'm going to give you a countdown, 3, 2, 1. I will ask questions, try and get through them as quickly as you can. If you don't know the answer, you can pass, and we'll go from there. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Which club did Manchester United sign Eric Cantona from?
Leeds?
Correct. What shirt number did David Beckham wear?
7.
Who did Manchester United beat in the 2008 Champions League final?
Oh, Chelsea.
Chelsea. Who was Manchester United's first ever manager?
Pass.
In which year did Manchester United win their first league title?
Is that Premier League or League in general?
League title.
Pass.
What Manchester United player won the 1966 World Cup with England?
Sir Bobby Charlton?
Correct. What significant event happened in 1958?
Munich?
Correct. Who was the first Manchester United player to win the Ballon d'Or?
This is probably wrong, Ronaldo.
Dennis Law.
Oh.
Who was the Manchester United manager before Sir Alex Ferguson?
Pass, I should know that.
Who was Manchester United's first non-British manager?
Pass.
Who did Manchester United sign from Tottenham for a then world record fee? Sorry, from Leeds for a then world record fee of £30 million.
At Rio?
Correct. Who was Manchester United's main goalkeeper in the 1999 treble-winning season?
Schmeichel.
What club did Cristiano Ronaldo leave Manchester United for?
Real Madrid.
Correct. Who was Manchester United's top scorer in the 1998-1999 treble-winning season?
Was it Cole?
No, it was Dwight York. What number did Eric Cantona wear?
7.
Who succeeded Sir Alex Ferguson as Manchester United manager in 2013?
Moyes.
Which club did Manchester United beat 9-0, setting a Premier League record?
Southampton.
Correct. Who did Manchester United face in the first ever Premier League match in 1992?
I don't know, Leeds.
Sheffield United. And that is time. Alice, 12.
Okay, I'll take that.
In the first round, that's really, really good. So a couple you passed on. I'm going to go back and give you the answers to those. So Manchester United's first ever manager was Ernest Manuel. First league title was 1908. Manchester United manager before Sir Alex Ferguson was Ron Atkinson.
Oh, I should have known that.
Man United's first non-British manager was Louis van Gaal.
I was going to say that, but I thought there'd be one before.
Yeah, no.
I should have said it.
I gave you the point for Manchester United's 9-0 win, setting a Premier League record, because we did beat Southampton 9-0, but the one in 1995 was Ipswich Town.
Oh, yeah, because it was 2.
Correct, yeah. And then first ever league match, yeah, that was Sheffield United. But yeah, that was really good. 9 points. 12 points in the first round.
I'll take that.
It's not bad in 2 minutes. It's weird, isn't it, when you're under pressure and with a timer, your mind just goes foggy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I should have got the Ron Atkinson one, and I should have just said Van Gaal because I thought that and I thought, nah, there'll be someone before him.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. Okay, so we've got your specialist subject to come. Alice's specialist subject, I don't think we've mentioned it yet, is Manchester United under Eric Ten Hag. Why have you chosen that as your specialist subject? Is it because it's the most recent thing?
Basically, yeah. I forget like little details and stuff after a couple of years, and I thought Ten Hag's so recent. I've done my YouTube channel under the whole Ten Hag era, so I'm having to follow United every day quite seriously. Same a little bit with Ollie, to be fair. Could have been either of the two, but I was like, I've got to go with something fresh. I feel like that's one for me.
Good. No, I love it. And while we're talking about YouTube, if you are watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to Alice's channel as well. Alice Talks Football, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, subscribe to Alice, which you probably already do. Let's face it, my channel's brand new. And if you're still here and you're live watching on BigUp, in the top right-hand corner, you'll see a green button that says Join Community. Hit that as well, if you don't mind. And then next week, you'll see all of our live streams when we do this again. Okay, are you ready to get into round 2?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, specialist subject. This is the one you're wary of, I think, which is weird considering it's your topic. But
I know. I just don't know what kind of questions to expect. If it's like really specific, I'm going to be like.
So it's a mix of really easy questions, really hard questions. I asked ChatGPT to put it in a random order. So I wrote the questions and then it's randomized. So I think some of them are quite difficult, some of them are intermediate, but let's see how we get on. So I'm ready in 3, 2, 1 if you are, yeah?
Yeah, no, ready when you are.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. In what year did Erik ten Hag officially take over as Man United manager?
2022.
Correct. What country is Erik ten Hag from?
The Netherlands.
Which club did Erik ten Hag leave to join Manchester United?
Ajax.
Name one of the assistant managers ten Hag brought with him.
Rene Hake. Oh, no. Does that count, yeah?
No.
He said Mitchell van der Gaag.
Van der Gaag or Steve McLaren were the two he brought with him. Who were Manchester United's opponents in ten Hag's first competitive game?
Brighton.
Correct. Which major rival did ten Hag defeat in his third league game?
Arsenal. No, Liverpool.
Which trophy did ten Hag win in his first season?
Carabao Cup.
Correct. Who did Man United beat in the final of that competition?
Newcastle.
Correct. In what season did ten Hag win the FA Cup?
His second season.
Correct. Who was ten Hag's first signing as United manager?
Malacia.
Correct. Which two players did he bring with him from Ajax in his first season?
Leacher and Anthony.
Correct. Which goalkeeper did ten Hag sign to replace David De Gea?
Nana.
Correct. Which experienced centre-back rejoined Man United under Erik ten Hag?
Evans.
Correct. Which Spanish fullback joined on loan from Spurs during an injury crisis?
Gilon.
Correct. Who scored a brace in United's 3-1 win over Arsenal in 2022?
Bruno.
Marcus Rashford. Against which team did United suffer a shock 4-0 loss early in ten Hag's reign? Sorry?
Brentford.
Correct. Who was Manchester United's top scorer in all competitions in ten Hag's first season?
Rashford.
Correct. Which midfielder led United for assists in the 22-23 season?
Bruno.
Correct. Who played the most minutes in all competitions for Erik ten Hag's first season?
Bruno.
No, David De Gea. Which academy graduate emerged as a key starter? I've started that one, so I'm going to finish it. Which academy graduate emerged as a key starter in midfield under ten Hag?
Maino.
Correct. Wow. I think that is going to be a very competitive score to beat. Alice,
Okay.
you got 16
I'll take
in
that.
the second round. That is a sensational round. Now, this is why we do a specialist subject, right? Because that is absolutely brilliant. So you've got an overall score there of 28.
Okay, that's a nice lead.
James, if you're watching, Alice has doubled your score to take over as the number one on the leaderboard. I'm sorry, mate. But Alice, well done. That was good. How'd you feel?
I'll take that because the ones I got wrong, it's because I didn't think. So it was like, oh, no, Liverpool, because Arsenal was the third game in his second season. And yeah, and De Gea makes sense. And obviously I was thinking of coaches in the second season, Mitchell van der Gaag. Like, I knew it. It was just annoying that my head just didn't think for a second.
Yeah. I don't think you actually passed on any either. I'm just going to go back. So you got that one correct. The assistant manager you missed. First opponent you got correct. You got the third league game wrong. You said Arsenal. The trophy, yeah, you got all of those correct. Terrell Malacia you got correct. Leacher and Anthony correct. Anana, Johnny Evans, Sergio Reguilon, Rashford, Brentford. Yeah, you got. I don't think you passed on any.
No. The ones I got wrong, I knew. The minute I got them wrong, I was like, I know that.
Yeah. I think you possibly could have got all of them, to be fair. It's just a matter of how many can you answer in 2 minutes. But, mate, that was brilliant. I think that would be a really tough score to beat. But I think coming up on the show in the future, we have, and I want you to identify who you think is going to be a danger man for your score. So we've got Dev FC. We've got Riddy from the Muppeteers. We've got Ollie Was Right. We've got Adam Joseph. We've got the Elite Pundit. We've got Paul, MUFC Won It All.
Yeah.
And then I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe Al Foreign, the The Impressionist is also coming on. Oh, and we've got Alex Turk from the BBC.
Yeah.
Out of those guys, who do you think is most likely to score highly?
I feel like
the pressure.
Adam's very up to date with his Twitter and his knowledge. I feel like he's going to be up there.
I'm really looking forward to Adam. I wanted to get Adam on the Attacking Football podcast, but obviously he lives down under, so the timings are going to be really difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I think that's going to be a pretty late live stream for me. I may need to have a few more of these, but. Mate, thank you. I'm going to leave it there. I think that's a very good episode and a very good score. We'll get the scorecard updated and added to the YouTube video. But thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking a little bit of time out. It's genuinely.
Thanks for having me on. I enjoyed that actually. It was good fun.
I love the actually. Like I wasn't sure I was going to get.
I was like, oh, this sounds fun. But I was a bit like, okay, like if these are hard questions or really specific, like what was Ten Hag's win percentage? I'd have been like,
yeah, that's difficult. Yeah. And one thing I will say, actually, it may not be your final appearance because of what we'll do is this scorecard that you see here. When we're done with season 1, we're going to take the top 8 in a playoffs, and we're going to do a semi-final and a final. And you may very well be with a score of 28 in the final facing off against someone, and we'll have you both live on the show to go head to head. So that'll be fun. Okay, right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very, very much for joining me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on YouTube and on BigUp, and please go and follow Alice. She's incredible. I love her content. Thanks, guys. See you later.